Welcome back, nation, to the most pleasant of valleys. I'm Gamer Nan, and I have decided that we're just going to leave Pleasant Valley behind. Um, the weather patterns are so unstable here. I just don't want to get stuck in this location. We do have an agenda that we want to accomplish. So this is done. It sounds like it's absolutely wonderful outside. We're going to just grab us a few more pieces of cloth. Yeah, we only got 3. Nothing like a cup of coffee in the long dark in the morning. So I think our order of march, we're going to leave Pleasant Valley with the intent of heading towards Mystery Lake. The whole goal of this episode, or this series, in fact, is to get to Bleak Inlet and see what this is all about. It is actually a 2-part terrain puzzle. In order to completely access the entire area, you have to enter Bleak Inlet from 2 points, and both of them points you have to go through um, Mystery Lake in order to get to those access points. One is down in the ravine, which they have changed, and the other one is in see if there's anything in here that we do want to take with us when we go. I want to go ahead and take this. Sort by categories. I'm sorry, but yeah, one was in the ravine. The other access point is in the Forlorn Muskeg. Um, I definitely want to repair that before we head out. And I could go ahead and break these down, get these prepared to be cooked. That will actually lighten our load a little bit. We have 2 of these. Uh, I guess there's no sense in us carrying around 3 storm lanterns. This one and this one are rather heavy. That means they are full of fuel. We're going to put this one down to the side. I'll go ahead and get rid of that. I'll go ahead and get rid of that. Alright, before we get any farther, let me go ahead and repair that.
Gotta eat soon.
Yeah, so speaking of eating, while the holiday season is wrapping up, I hope everyone just had a great Thanksgiving and a great Christmas, and the new year is quickly approaching. We're going to be entering into 2020. Man, I would have not even have thought. Um, I'm excited. I've had a pretty good year, um, and I'm kind of sad to leave 2019 behind. Lots of new things have happened, uh, but inevitably we move on. Time stops for no one, including me. So we'll just look forward to what the next year brings. All right, so we are repaired there, so I won't be as concerned about shooting Whoop in the face, because that is definitely going to be probably necessary um, where we are going. With that, that's going to take an hour. What time is it? I don't want to be spending all my... Ooh, it's getting late already. We're going to drink. I do not expect to be back to Pleasant Valley in this run. I mean, I guess it's possible. Wow, those used to make noise when you put them down. Oh, there it goes. I like to hear that. And we're going to go ahead, might as well swap out this one for this one. And we're going to swap that out. Okay, so we are still a little bit over encumbered. That's still almost 1 1/3 pounds. We got some firewood on us. Unfortunately, most of it is probably our clothing right now. We're wearing some heavy clothing. Oh, it's a beautiful day out. Look at that. I'm not even losing any warmth. Oh, but it's going to turn into a blizzard. While I do want to get the blizzard walking buff unlocked, I just don't think that I want to go walking through Pleasant Valley in a blizzard. So we are going to we're actually warming up here. It's kind of crazy. Go ahead and eat that dog food. And with the yummy dog food in our bellies, that will give me the ability just to be able to go ahead and read some before we do call this a night. I'm going to put it into, our firearm skill. We'll just read this 1 hour at a time.
Never been so hungry in my life.
Oh yeah, you have. Okay, it's definitely pleasant out. Alright, so we'll go ahead and drink this soda. hopefully that will give me what I need to go ahead and just finish this book off.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Excellent. And research complete. We will drop that one. Lighten our load just a little bit more. We will top off, and let's see, we're only about 7 or 8 hours worth of sleep do we need, and then we're going to be wide awake, but we're going to go ahead and take it. Let's say 9. Probably won't be 9. Nice and fully rested, with still some evening time to go.
Die if I don't get some food soon.
You're not going to die. Being overly dramatic, I think, Mark. Eh. Alright, that's part of the reason why I want to just go ahead and get out of Pleasant Valley. Again, it has the most brutal weather patterns of anywhere in the game, I believe. If you have not played story mode, they kind of hint to the fact that the individual that named Pleasant Valley had a nice sense of humor. Alright, well, we have nothing to search, relatively nothing to do. I don't even think, well, we do have those teas. We got an old man's beard we can craft. It's only going to take 15 minutes. And then we got our reishi mushrooms and our rose hips. So the reishi mushrooms, which I can make 3. These are for healing food and food poisoning, but they do give you a heat warm bonus. You can cook a few of them and carry them out the door with you, and they will stay warm in your backpack. And you can drink them on your trip. Would help you cross cold environment without succumbing. And then we have rose hips. This is for pain. Anytime you got a sprain or a headache or something like that, you can drink these rose hips for your pain. And yes, you do get headaches in the long dark. There are energy drinks that you can consume that give you an energy boost like coffee does. But once they wear off, you get intermittent headaches. Okay, so we're good there. Let me double check, make sure I got plenty of... Nope, I only got 1 bandage. That's probably not going to do it. We'll craft another tube. And the sun is just about to peek over the horizon. The weather sounds absolutely lovely outside. We're going to go ahead and start us a quick fire. So for depending upon the time frame at which you are watching this, Hadrian is actually putting out a new episode, Against All Odds, Season 6. This is going to be under his custom settings. Why don't you, if you'd like to join that, go on over there and, yeah, just sit in with old Hadrian and watch him survive under some of the harshest conditions. His custom settings, oh, we don't have enough water. His custom settings are meant to be harder than Interloper in some areas. He's really a good commentator. I enjoy watching him when I have free time. We'll put water in here. We are leaving Miserable Valley. Just as soon as this weather gives me an opportunity, we are gone. Now this is actually going to encumber us just a little bit more because we are preparing these teas. But my thinking is it's better to have them prepared and ready to go so that you can actually use them as you're moving and not have to worry about stopping and starting a fire. We'll do this just to keep that going long enough. Let me look in our inventory. We got plenty of water. The teas are going to help us to survive. So really, all we need is for Pleasant Valley to just go ahead and give us a break. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cook me a cup of coffee. Oh, I didn't pay no attention. And it's over. The old commentator bug. We will go ahead and take that back. It'll be completely uncooked, but that's okay. It sounds like the weather outside has changed for the better. So let us indeed see.
Looks like a new day is dawning.
It does look like a new day is dawning. Looks like pretty good weather. We are just going to go ahead and leave. These will know that they're here. If we ever do come back in this let's play, I would rarely recommend leaving this early in the day, but we're going to go ahead and do it just because I want to get out of Pleasant Valley. There are wolves everywhere. No battery. Nothing to speak of. Whew. Well, they may and or may not still be around. Oh, and it didn't even bother them. They're like, yeah, whatever. Humans are at it again.
End up being useful.
We're gonna leave that. No sense even putting that in our inventory. Let's replace that negligent discharge we just had. Try to create just a little bit of separation. I was beginning to hear his footsteps a little bit too loud in my right ear. Okay, so we're going to be heading in this general direction. I think I do want to stop by and collect that car battery. We'll go ahead and collect that and break that down. I mean, why not? Let's carry some more stuff with us.
I think I can use this.
I'll take the matches. Oh, I see that candy bar, and I'll raise you one. Oh, granola. Keep you regular.
I need more.
And more soda. I like it. No battery. It's sad. Alright, so we're just over halfway on our temperature meter. So we will look. All of my teas are now cold. That's sad. Yep, everything is cold. So we'll just keep on pushing on. So I hear some crows off in that direction. It's either a dead farmer or a dead deer. Yep, see him up in there. You know what, we'll just step over just to see what it is. It's a dead farmer. He was probably a hunter. I'll take that. Oh, that's replaces the one that I just accidentally shot off. How would it be to walk around with a musical montage everywhere you went? That'd be kind of awesome, especially if it was this composer.
Goddamn freezing. Come on.
Great music, great music. Alright, so yeah, if you haven't figured it out, we're back here to get this battery.
Thank goodness for that.
We're going to get this battery, and we're also going to warm up just a little bit. No sense in freezing to death. See how cold we actually are. It'll probably take more than that.
It's starting to weigh me down.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and add just a little bit more. Hate to put my fir firewood on there. We're going to go ahead and throw some more sticks on is what we're going to do. Alright, so that'll warm us up. Again, I just want to go ahead and cook a coffee. I got so rudely interrupted the last time. And I'll drink this one. This will help replenish our warmth. Give me some caloric value, and also a little bit of hydration. Even though coffee's a diuretic, that's kind of weird. All right, let's check out this battery. It's 33 pounds unharvested. We can harvest it for 6 scraps of lead, and it takes 30 minutes. All right, that's not too bad. 7 minutes till ready. Let's just go ahead and pick that up. This fire will protect us from them wandering wolves.
This stuff will come in handy.
Oh, wow, you know, I guess I'll take that. Alright, so we got 1 minute 47 seconds, or a minute, an hour and 47 minutes on the fire. We're just going to go ahead and harvest this. You have to have the hacksaw to harvest that. And then that'll break it down to 3.3 pounds. Still pretty heavy, but a whole lot less than 33 pounds, so that we don't have to drag that through the northern Canadian wilderness. We have 6 pounds of cloth on us. That's probably overkill, but we're going to carry it anyway because it can. Alright, so we've got that. Before we head out, I want to go ahead and not get eaten up by the wolf. We're going to go ahead and cook or heat up a reishi tea.
I'm weak.
We're going to take it, just take it with us. We're going to pick this up, and I'm going to go ahead and take a torch. And with that, and the apparent blizzard that is coming in, we're going to head out. Now, out of all of the ways to die in the long dark, and there are several. Being eaten by a wolf is probably my most common. Um, I kind of can run around willy-nilly at times, and going up over embankments like I just did is a surefire way of running headlong into a starving wolf that has no other plans other than to eat the fatty tissue off of your face. This may be too steep for us. It is. I really like the introduction of the revolver. While this is not a run and gun type of a game, um, the revolver just adds another element of hunting and self-defense. Um, you can take down prey with the revolver. I have killed deer, killed wolves, I've killed bunnies. I do not know if they will bring down a moose or a bear. I would assume that they do have the potential to do so. Um, mhm, right in the direction in which I need to travel. Oh, and then there's another one. So we're going to go ahead and drop that. Try to get us a little bit of distance. Well, I hit him anyway, so he's going to go off somewhere and he's going to die. Anytime you draw down on a wolf or they will go ahead and just decide to chase you down. There's a hot one. We will drink that. So make sure that if you are going to draw down upon them, that you give yourself plenty of open area because they like to zig and zag like a running back before they finally make that last straight ahead sprint towards you. That gives you the opportunity to re-aim and take them out. Now, if we were desperate, we would track him. There's going to be a blood trail that he's leaving behind. We could track him down and get his meat and his hide and his guts. You can actually make a wolf skin coat, which is actually a fairly good coat, but it's not going to be as good as this expedition parka that we have on. So there's no need for it. Later on in survival, as the world begins to deteriorate and cloth begins to be scarce because you've already harvested all the cloth, you may want to begin to switch to animal pelts because you can continue to hunt animals and cure their hides for repairing. But yeah, we're not gearing up for a long winded survival, especially on stalker level difficulty. It's almost embarrassing because just the over amount of loot that they seem to give you here, uh, though we're not eating as well as we would like. Um, but once we get into some of these other areas out of this most pleasant of valleys, we will actually begin to survive a lot better. There are other points of interest that we could begin to examine here in Pleasant Valley. I have no desire to stay within Pleasant Valley, and being at the time of this recording, I have no audience to request that I stay in Pleasant Valley. Yeah, I'm going to listen to the audience of one, and we're just going to go and check out this bleak inlet and see what it has to offer. I'm hoping I'm going in the right direction. That wolf kind of threw me off kilter a little bit. Here I am, I'm running around just spraying and everything. I need lots of first aid. I'm all jacked up here, bro.
Parts of it, but I'll make it. I don't feel so good.
I bet you don't feel so good. They're snapping you like dried spaghetti. I would say out of all of the elements in the long dark, this is definitely one that needs to be addressed. Is indeed the spraying system. I'm pretty sure I might have went the wrong way. I needed to go back where that wolf was at when he was initially chasing me down. And I took a wrong turn in Albuquerque, I do believe. This is going to use up all of my bandages. This is not good. Maybe we'll drop down and go into Thompson's Crossing. Miserable Valley. Hey. We have bunnies, we have dead deer, we have a cave. Yes, I know where I'm at, and I'm way not even close to where I'm supposed to be at. I'll pick it up. I don't know why I'm bothering picking it up because, yeah, we haven't been using it. I will take that meat. And harvest these mushrooms. Another negligent discharge. You know what? We'll just step into this cave. We are on the back side of Pleasant Valley right now. Yeah, not exactly where I was aiming for. We missed it by that much.
My stomach feels like an empty pit.
And we are only at midday, so we're not too terribly late in the day. Well, I don't mind if I do. Maybe I ought to put that away before I lose all of my ammunition.
I need to find a place to rest.
Wool mittens, those are going to be a little bit better than the ones that I have on. 77 condition, the one I have is better. That could be broken down for cloth, but with 29 cloth in our pocket, I don't think we need any more cloth.
That did it.
Alrighty. We're not going to need that long, but I'm just going to go ahead and throw them on there for the warmth. We're going to go ahead and begin to cook this deer meat, delicious deer meat. We got 20 minutes as our quickest one. We will go ahead and craft us some more bandages. And back. We will just go ahead and eat that straight off. We have 32 minutes on this one. We'll go ahead and prepare. I did it again. We will repair these. We will prepare these for the next time they snap my leg. And we will just go ahead and eat this straight off. So we have 2 hours on the fire. This pain will be gone in just under 2 hours. So I'm thinking we'll just throw our bedroll down here and we will just sleep for 2 hours and hope that a blizzard doesn't kick up. Pick up. It sounds like it's relatively okay. Let's see. Let's add just a few sticks and we will warm up one of our cups of coffee. We will drink that down. That gives us a warmth bonus. And we will just try to head out. Let me go ahead and reload my revolver. I just heard those hit the ground. Okay, so clearly we can pick up old shell casings. That would make sense, being as we are going to be making our own ammunition, that we would need that. Try to prevent some negligent discharges. Yeah, I guess I could have just stayed on the road, but I didn't. We could actually go around that way, but I think that's a longer route. Of course, at this rate, I see that wolf. At this rate, we won't even be getting out of Pleasant Valley this episode. It is coming. Pleasant Valley kind of sucks you in and won't let you go. We're going to actually be paying just a small visit to Thompson's Crossing anyway.
I can always use more food.
That's right. This has always been a relatively good loot area because it had the store that's up here on the right. The store obviously is still there, but they've added quite a few cabins and also the community center, which is one of the main buildings for episode 3. And it's if you intend on staying in Pleasant Valley, maybe setting up a base and hanging out for a while, this would probably be one of the better base locations because you are so close to the exit out to Coastal Highway. You're close to the exit out to Mystery Lake. We'll just pick it up. No sense in leaving it there. Always use more bullets.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Well, ooh, that is a magical floating bullet. I'm pretty sure that is not supposed to be like that, or we're just moving so fast that it looks like it's frozen. So we'll just go ahead and pick that up. Yeah, any of you guys that know how to put in those errors to Hinterland games, maybe you could do that. I'm good with it either way. Will not interrupt my gameplay as long as it's not freezing and crashing bugs, which can be a pain. I know that we had the fishing huts for a time were freezing and crashing when you would go into them and search one of the containers. I think they have gotten that fixed, but that was always disheartening. Because it would always take you back to wherever you were just previously at, and normally you had already just come out of one of the cabins or maybe just entered into the area.
Could end up being useful.
Ragged mucklucks. These are the best boots in the game, so we are definitely going to be putting those on our little toesies.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
We're not going to make you carry it for much longer. Yeah, this has a 6-top cooking stove, so this is one of the reasons why it makes it a relatively good base. Plenty of storage containers, plenty of loot to be scavenged within the area.
This'll come in handy.
I'll pick it up, but we're going to put you back down for sure. For sure. More tea. Who doesn't like tea? Matches galore.
Rest soon.
More tea. Okay, I think we got enough tea. More of those no good matches. Loot just falling out on me. Coffee. We were just out of that. Lantern fuel. That could be useful. Okay, couple more cabinets.
I could use this.
Looks like we got some scrap metal there. I'm just not even going to bother to go up on the stage. Nothing up there is going to be better than what we've already got. So we're going to go right here. We're going to go and do a little bit of inventory management. There's no sense in having this amount of matches on us, so we're just going to drop a lot of these off. We are down to having no tinder plugs, so I will go ahead and harvest those. We'll transfer 2 of those. I'm sure we're going to find matches where we're going. We'll just go ahead and put 1 thing of antibiotics in there, the lower condition one. We have teas and another thing of antibiotics. I don't plan on getting food poisoning that much, and this would be the area with which we are truly over encumbered. I'm going to drop those. I'm going to go ahead and take these off because these wool mittens are going to be much better than these fleece mittens. May have to harvest these, so we'll wait and give that a looky-loo. We don't need those. I have this, so potentially both of these are going away, and we will put those away, keep the higher condition one. Okay, that looks good until I determine that. These are 1.1 pound heavier, but yeah, the benefit that they give you is worth it. Now we have a lot of not good food, so what we're going to go ahead and do is we'll probably just eat that, and then we'll determine what our weight is. Empty casings. We'll just drop that lantern fuel. I'm sure we'll find more lantern fuel. We are carrying 2 lanterns. Still don't know why I'm carrying around 2 lanterns. So we're just going to drop that. I was going to harvest it. Not necessary. RX is at 67. So we'll probably use one of these to repair that up and then drop it unless we completely consume it. And Okay, so we will call that good. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go in here to my clothing. I want to go ahead and wear, and then I want to repair this.
All I can think about is food.
Yeah, I know, we got plenty of food. Try that one more time. Okay, try that 2 more times. Yay. Okay, so this is a 3, 6, and 1, 3. And this is a 1, 5, 1, 0, but it's at 58%. Looks like we got a little bit of condition that needs to be repaired upon our clothing. We're going to wear. Let's see if we cannot repair that right at this moment. And being as we only have these boots, we're going to wear, and then we will just carry those. I'm not going to leave those behind. Okay, so we are actually now in the dark. That's not what I had in mind. Okay, so we're only going to just go over here, find this bedroll, turn this off again, and go ahead and put it away. We're going to eat. Being as we're going to be sleeping, to get food poisoning right now would not be the worst thing, but we're going to go ahead and consume a lot of these degraded food products. Fill our belly right on up. Condensed milk. This adds both, so that's really good food product. It's really one of the better ones as well. Okay, and we will just try. We probably won't be able to eat it all. Let's see if we were able to. No, we got just a little bit of scraps left. We're going to go ahead and top off just with water. And we are going to go ahead and sleep through the night. So let's get us 9 hours in. And that's Pleasant Valley being Pleasant Valley. Even when you want to leave, you can't. We have survived 6 days, 13 hours, and 55 minutes mostly in Pleasant Valley. So we could still sleep a few more hours, and I believe indeed that's what we were going to do. We're going to go 3 more hours. That'll get us nice and into the daytime. Nice and full on our fatigue meter, our exhaustion meter. The weather outside doesn't sound too terribly bad. Go ahead and top this off. Let's look at our encumbrance. We are quite encumbered still. Got over 4 pounds in water. That would be an easy thing to drop. We do have a couple of sodas, but 4 pounds won't really do it. We can definitely not carry all these cans. We probably got over 1 pound in extra cans. Alright, so anyway, we're going to wrap this episode up here. When we come back, we're going to do another quick inventory maintenance, and then we are going to finally, if everything goes to plan, get out of Pleasant Valley. We are on our way to Mystery Lake, in order to find one more item to gear up with which to enter into Bleak Inlet. We're going to the tower first, the radio station, and the ranger's tower. You have to go there first, and we'll discuss why once we get there. But until next time, I just want to say thanks for watching. If you liked it, please hit that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to be reminded every time I put out another episode of The Long Dark.